Mr. Cassandra here, and today I am going to finish up what we started before spring break with Chapter 5. We were talking about all of the special segments in a triangle, like the perpendicular bisectors, the angle bisectors, the medians, and the altitudes. And the first thing is that if you are to draw all of the medians in a triangle, they will all meet at one point, and we call that point the centroid. If you draw all of the angle bisectors in a triangle, they will all meet at one point, and that point is called the incenter. If you draw all the perpendicular bisectors in a triangle, they will all meet at one point, and that point is called the circumcenter. And if you draw all of the altitudes or heights of a triangle, then that will give you a point of concurrency called the orthocenter. All of these points are called points of concurrency because to be concurrent means three or more segments that meet at one point. So the medians, angle bisectors, perpendicular bisectors, and altitudes all meet at a single point. Not in the same place necessarily, but they all have special names. So if I go over here to our notes, we call the point of concurrency of the perpendicular bisectors the circumcenter of the triangle. What makes that point important is that that point is the same distance away or equidistant from the three vertices of the triangle. So you'll see here that I have three triangles, and this is from your online textbook. You have three triangles here, and all of the perpendicular bisectors are drawn. Now, if the triangle is acute, it tells you that the circumcenter is inside of the triangle. If the triangle is a right triangle, then the circumcenter is on the triangle. And if the triangle is obtuse, then the circumcenter is actually outside of the triangle. And these three pictures are important because when we do this worksheet here and it asks you questions about the points of concurrency, what I just went over here are some of the questions that are on there. So watch this video again if you need help with those answers. Now, if I draw all of the angle bisectors in a triangle, then I have a point called the incenter. What's special about the incenter is it's the same distance away from the sides of the triangle. So if you were to draw a circle inside of the triangle with the center, the incenter being the center of the circle, notice how the circle touches each side of that triangle. In other words, the radius of that circle is touching each of the sides. So that's why they call it an incenter, because you could put a circle inside of it. They call this a circumcenter because circum means around, and you could put a circle around the triangle with the center of the circumcenter, and then every radius from the circumcenter to the vertex would be the radius of the circle. All right. Then you have the median of a triangle. All of the medians will be meeting inside of the triangle, and we call that the centroid. The centroid is special because it is the balancing point of the triangle. So if you were to find all three medians of a triangle and then put a pencil underneath it on the centroid, you would find the centroid, and that would be the balancing point of the triangle. And then last but not least, you have the orthocenter. The orthocenter is the intersection of the altitudes. Now, if you have an acute triangle, like in this picture, all of the altitudes will be inside of the triangle, and the point of concurrency will be inside. Now, if you have a right triangle, the legs of the right triangle are actually heights of the triangle, because if the height forms a right angle with the base, so the right angle of a right triangle actually has two of the altitudes. The other altitude goes from the vertex of the right angle and forms a right angle with the opposite side. So all of the altitudes will actually meet at the vertex of the right angle on the triangle. And then if you have an obtuse triangle, some of the heights are outside of the triangle. So the point of concurrency, you'll see letter P, actually is outside of the triangle. So to recap, there are 4 points of concurrency. I'd like you to notice that the angle bisectors are always inside of a triangle, and so are the medians, always inside of a triangle. However, perpendicular bisectors and altitudes can also be outside of the triangle. So make sure you use these pictures to help you to answer these, I believe, 12 questions, 13 questions. And you'll see actually number 12 and 13 are going to refer to another video that I'm going to link to your classwork as well. So you have to fill out this worksheet of 13 questions. You have to watch the videos, and there's a paper folding activity also, which you're going to be doing and taking pictures of. It should be a fun assignment, and that's it. I hope you had a great spring break and enjoy your assignments, and let's have a good fourth quarter, everybody.